Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Now we will consider circuits containing voltage controlled voltage sources. It turns out that this is similar to the case where we had independent voltage sources. Okay. Let me take this circuit. Again, for simplicity, I have taken a 3-node circuit and modified it slightly to contain a voltage controlled voltage source. The bottom node is the reference node. Now, this case, as I said, is very similar to when we had an independent voltage source. Let me define the node voltages V1, V2 and V3. The problem, as with the case of independent voltage source, is that we don't know what current is flowing through this control source. In this case, the control source is connected between nodes 1 and 2 and it's dependent on voltage between node 2 and 3. Vx is defined over here. Of course, in general, it could be anywhere in the circuit. We don't know what current is flowing through this. So, as before, we form a super node. Okay. Form a supernode containing the nodes of the voltage source, and for the entire supernode you write the equation, the KCL equation as usual, and also for remaining nodes you write the KCL equations as usual. Okay. By combining two nodes into a supernode, we have lost one equation, but we can get an equation from the definition of the voltage controlled voltage source. The controlled voltage source is connected between V1 and V2. It is defining V1 minus V2. Okay. So it says V1 minus V2 equals K times Vx, which itself is an unknown. So you have to write this as K times V2 minus V3 following the definition of Vx. Now remember, in case of the independent voltage source, on the right hand side we would have the independent voltage source value. Okay. In this case, on the right hand side also we have the unknown node voltages. So we just take the entries to the left hand side and have V plus V2 times minus 1 minus K plus V3 times K equals 0. Okay. All I have done is to shift this to that one. Now in this particular case, V2 appears here and there as well, but that's not necessarily true in general. Okay. You can have the controlling nodes to be completely separate from the controlled nodes. Okay. So this is the equation that we have, and the other two equations are from the super node and node 3. So I'm not going to write that down here, but you can, from these three equations, solve for all the variables in the circuit. Okay. I've already written down the equations in the case of the independent voltage source. This controlled voltage source is connected in the same way as that independent voltage source. So all you have to do is replace the definition of the independent voltage source with the definition of the control source, which is given here. Okay.